Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Darkest Dungeon. So, I made a video of this right around the time that it was actually coming out, so this is not the first time I've shown you Darkest Dungeon, and I believe I even attempted to, or at least I think I said I was going to make a Let's Play of it, but that didn't happen, did it? And I apologize. In fact, I apologize in general about Let's Plays, you know, just series in general, because, man, Shadow of Mordor, Dragon Age Inquisition, Torchlight, a couple of Total War campaigns, I have not done well with Let's Plays. I think it's because, I don't know why it is. I don't know why I have a hard time with them, but we're going to try it again. You know, I realized I just recently tried Elder Scrolls Online and Torchlight as Let's Plays and did not follow through with that, so I can understand your trepidation with another Let's Play with me, but this is going to be good. This is going to be good, I promise. The Darkest Dungeon is a really fun game, and it's fully released now. Sorry, I don't think I've mentioned that yet, but Darkest Dungeon has finally released. It's no longer in its early access mode. This is a full release of Darkest Dungeon, and it is a beautiful game. So let's go ahead and... yeah, that'll work. So let's go ahead and load into a new one. I did get to week 7 on an earlier one, just kind of like goofing around to see what they'd changed, but it's unimportant. Let's get right into it.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Wow. That intro is lovely. It really shows you what you're in for, though. The art style that you're about to see, very well done in that that kind of introduction clip. The music is good. Honestly, I think probably my favorite thing about this game, or the thing I think they did the best, was the voice actor. God damn, that guy has like the kind of, I don't know, he's got like the perfect voice for this kind of dark atmosphere. It's really good. Oh, I have to click, don't I? No? Is it loading? I think it's loading. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so here we are. This is what the game is like. It is a 2D dungeon crawler. Roguelite. I don't know what any of those terms mean, but I've heard people say them before, so we'll just assume that they're correct for the time being. Okay, so map navigation. This is good. So we have 2 heroes right now, Dismas, the highwayman, and Reynold, the crusader. Do not get attached to them because they will be dying.
Brigands have run up these lanes.
Yeah.
Side path. The
Okay.
hamlet is just ahead.
Hallway movement. Okay, here we go. So it's really simple. All you do is you move down hallways into different rooms, and then you fight things. But it's just got some really cool features. Alright, kill the enemy. Combat is turn-based on your hero's turn. Click a skill icon and click on the highlighted target. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero needs to be standing in a different spot where there are no valid targets. Okay, so for example, you can see with the highwayman, he is in position 2. You can see like right here when I highlight this, he can only use this ability if he's in the first 3 slots of the party, because you can have 4 people in your party total, and he can only hit people in the first 2 rows. So kind of an interesting thing. And you can see what it does. Accuracy is 85. Damage modification is negative 15% because it has a chance to bleed. So let's go ahead and make this guy bleed. So 5 damage, and yes, we got him with the bleed. And so here's the Crusader. This is a pretty good ability against Unholy because it extra 15 damage versus them. Stunning Blow is pretty good. We're going to try and stun him because if he's bleeding and stunning, that could be a good combo. Nope, he resisted it. And you can check what their resistance are if you mouse over him. You can see his stun resist is 25%. And he has an ability that just swapped us places. So on this turn, I could use this ability to move him back to where he was earlier. Or I could just open another vein. I think I'm going to move him because he's already going to take damage from the bleed. And I don't want him on the front line. I want the Crusader on the front line. He's got a little bit more armor. Yeah, he's got, or I guess armor in this gives you a dodge rating, and then your health is based off your armor, so it gives him 33 and 5 dodge. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try and stun him one more time. Yeah, there we go. Alright, he's dead. In fact, I probably didn't even need to do that. Yeah, either way, he was dead, man. Yeah, then you get some loot. You can eat food if you want to heal. You try and collect things in the dungeon to, to earn money when you get back. And it's a really dark game. As you can see, this white bar here, the stress, not the health points, the HP, but the stress under that, that goes up as you crawl through a dungeon. And it's affected by a bunch of different things, such as, dying, or not dying, but taking massive amounts of damage. If this torchlight, all these levels here, as you walk around, this torch dims out, and so you need to collect torches or buy torches before you go in a dungeon, and then keep that full as possible, and that will help you keep some of your stress. Some enemies just have abilities that cause stress. There's lots of things that can cause it, but let's go ahead and... So this Grape Shot Blast is really cool. You can see how with this one there's not a line between the two enemies that you could hit on the right side, but with Grape Shot Blast the front 3 are all connected. That means that this Grape Shot Blast hits the first 3 enemies, which is pretty cool. But I think we're going to start with an open vein on this big guy because he's got more HP. So let's try and bleed him for some damage. And what's his stun resist? His stun resist is 50, so we're probably not going to stun him. But we could. Alright, we're gonna do Bulwark of Faith on this guy. It kind of marks him so enemies are more likely to attack him. So that, see, they switched us around again, which is unfortunate. What should we do? We could do Tracking Shot. That's kind of a self buff. Or we could open another vein. I think we'll just move. How much longer? 2 more rounds? Okay, so that's going to be on there for a little bit longer, so I think we're just going to move him back, get him back behind this guy. And you can see all the buffs and debuffs on your character right there, and you just highlight him to see. So he's got a debuff, so -4 dodge, but plus 25% protection. Oh, ow. See, those, that was stress that they just got because of that. We're actually dying. This isn't good. Oh yeah, that was good. Smite can do some pretty good damage, especially against others, but let's use Grape Shot Blast. Let's try and do some damage to that guy in the back row. The guy in the front row is almost done, kind of the tankier guy. So they have negative. This guy's bleeding, that's not good. Let's just smite him again. I think that'll kill him. Yep, there we go. Perfect. This is new too. This wasn't part of the early access that I was playing. When most people die, they leave corpses, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the corpse is in my way, and so I have to destroy the corpse or have an ability that can, get around it. And this guy's fucking dying. Do Grape Shot. Oh, damn it, he dodged. But you see I did damage to the carcass that was left over. Kind of morbid, but this whole game is just, like, very, very dark and morbid. And I don't know why, but I really love it because of that. I don't know, it's just, like, it's very unique. Oh, I thought that would hit both of them. I guess I was wrong. This guy really needs some help. How much life do you have? You have 4? Oh god. It's not good. Damage mod -25, damage mod -60. Okay, so we'll use this ability. This is kind of like a sniper shot. You can mark enemies, and if you mark them and then hit them with that, it'll do extra damage. But let's go ahead and... I don't know why this isn't hitting both of them. I guess when a body's in the way, you can't use a double ability or something. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so this guy's on... When your HP runs out, Death's Door, yeah, it activates Death's Door. When a hero is reduced to 0 HP, they're at Death's Door. While in this state, they will suffer stat penalties, plus any further damage has a chance to kill them. Heal them to get them off Death's Door. Okay, so that's not good, but I think we should, yeah, we can kill this guy. Boom. Boom. And that, when you finish your quest, this comes up. And then you have the chance to either continue exploring that dungeon or return to the hamlet. So we're going to return to the hamlet, obviously, because my guy's pretty much dead, and that was the tutorial, so nothing really more to explore there. And yeah, this is just the post-dungeon screen. You can see the things you've collected, and that gives you amount of money. Then you can collect heirlooms that allow you to unlock different things, and then you just get a general quest reward, so good money. And so after... so you can see his stress level is 9 out of 200. And this is permanent, so unless I get them, unless I do something to relax them, you know, this stress is going to build up, and then they're going to develop these. These are attributes that are sometimes good and sometimes bad. So this, I happen to get a good one with Reynald. This is Stout, 15% heal skills while camping. And they're both still level 1, so we'll just return to town. But that's the basis of the game, what you just saw.
Welcome home. Such as it is.
Oh, that voice.
This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands.
Oh yeah.
They are yours now, and you are bound to them.
So we got some quests here. Bunch of new stuff they've added that I've never seen before. You can check out what happens each week. And then these guys just kind of like say things. Get help, yeah. Okay, so Graveyard. When your heroes die, which they will, they'll be here.
Awaiting merciful oblivion.
Oh my god, his voice though. I would literally let that man spoon me and whisper in my ear to fall asleep. No, I'm just kidding, that's pretty fucked up. But yeah, so this game's kind of a management game. You manage their stress, their abilities, and you're gonna recruit a bunch of these heroes and try and be leveling them up. But it's kind of like you're kind of like a football coach, only your football players die very often. And so, you know, you're always replenishing your roster, so kind of an interesting aspect to it. Oh, okay, this is just where you can see some different things. We saw the old road. Let's just we're gonna make this first episode kind of short, but let's just watch the House of Ruin, which I do not think we got to watch. I think we watched the old road, but let's watch House of Ruin.
Ruin has come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
So yeah, I just wanted to show you that to you guys so you kind of understand the backstory of it, because I'm not very good at explaining those things. So basically you're either his brother or his son, I'm not 100% sure, and you've come to you know, fix up the hamlet and then eventually, you know, restore the family house, you know, explore the darkest dungeon, as he said, and rid it of that evil. It is a pretty morbid, dark story, but I don't know, like, it's just done in a way that's really, really good. I don't know why I feel like really quiet after watching that. Anyway, so Stagecoach, this is an important place. This is where you recruit your heroes. Yes. So what we want to do is we want to increase Stagecoach network. Okay, so every time you come back here, there'll be 2 people here. If increasing that, it'll mean there will be 3 every time we come back. But for now, we can only grab these guys here. And I'm probably going to start naming some of these people. Yeah, let's start naming a couple of them. And I'm just going to go through and name a bunch of these, because these people are going to die a whole bunch. We're going to have to grab a bunch of them, so if you don't see your name and you know me in real life, don't worry, your name's coming up. Okay. So that's Kristen. This is going to be, let's see, let's do Marnique. No, let's do, who should I do? Let's do Bart Yiddo, right there. Perfect. Let's do this one as Marnik. This looks like a bald cheese farmer. So that's Marnik. And we will do Aaron as the knight. So this first episode is going to be a little bit slower. I'm not going to actually go into any of the dungeons besides that first one to get us here, just because I want to show you guys what we're up against, you know, how this game works, and then from there we'll just keep playing. So these are the quirks. We gained Stout from our last mission, but he already had Warrior of Light, Godfrey, and Kleptomaniac. So Warrior of Light, 20% extra damage if your torch, which I showed you, is above 75. God-fearing in town, so he'll only pray for stress relief. So there's a church that we can repair up, and he can pray in it to reduce his stress levels so he doesn't keep developing crazy quirks. And also, if he gets way too much stress, if he reaches the stress limit, then he has a heart attack and dies. So that's never good. And Kleptomaniac, he's prone to stealing items. So sometimes you're out in a dungeon and you open up a chest and he'll just grab it and take it, and you won't get it, which is unfortunate. Camping skills you don't need to worry about yet, because those are for longer dungeons where you actually have to camp in between. Like, there's 2 halves of the dungeon, you have to camp for part of it. But these are his abilities. There are 3 more abilities that he does not have, and they can only have 4 abilities. So I could forget one of the abilities and learn another one, I believe. I don't think you can learn the rest of them. I might be wrong. I might be way wrong about that. But all I know is it's random. When you recruit a new Crusader, he could have any combination of all these skills, but he'll have 4 of them. And this is his gear: battered longsword, rusty hauberk, and then other items here. Pretty simple stuff. No diseases, which is something new too. I don't really understand how that works. And this is just the town. And as you go through each week, new things kind of open up until it's all opened up, and then you play the rest of the game. But yeah, there's a tavern and an abbey you can send the people. The abbey you can pray. 2 different things like that. Tavern, you know, you can drink or send them to gamble, or, you know, to I think it's called Pleasure of the Flesh. So there's different things like that. Blacksmith, you know, you can upgrade their gear. Guild, you can upgrade like their skills or something. I can't remember. Nomad Wagon, you can like sell, like buy items. I don't think you can sell. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. It was just kind of an introduction to what I want to do for my next series, and kind of an introduction to what the game is. You know, we got a good view of you know, the 2 cinematics they've done. We've got to see the beautiful art style that they do for this game. I'm not a fan of 2D kind of styled games, but this one, just, I've fallen in love with it, and it makes me really anxious. Like, after I play this game, I just feel anxious. And you'll see why in later episodes. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I hope that you are interested in seeing this become a series, because I would really like to do that with this game. But yeah, leave a like if you would like to see this turn into a series, because I really do want to do a series, and I have an upload schedule now posted on my wall, so we're gonna try and be a little bit more, you know. Oh, it goes dark, and you can see like people are talking, but yeah, I'm gonna try and be more, you know, I can't think of the word right now. That's gonna bother me. Consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, consistent. I'm gonna be more consistent with my uploads from now on. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.